What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bies. I am a wife, a mom, a military veteran, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing, healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by their reps. If you are brand new, hello. So glad you are here. Thank you guys for your continued support. Shout out to all of the members. And if you would like to grab merch or anything like that, become a member, just make sure that you check out the video description. It has links to all kinds of stuff. So every so often, I get feedback from you guys on what I call resource videos. Today, I want this to be a resource video. This was sent to me, so thank you to the individual that sent this to me. I appreciate you guys so much for doing that. And again, if you would like a description on how to do that, you can click the video description and it walks you through how to do that. So this video, obviously you saw the thumbnail. This is about a Plexus distributor, and it is not meant to shame her. In the first part of this video, she does have her kiddo in it, and so I'm going to blur the baby's face because, right? I don't need to explain that. You guys get it. I know you do. But I really want to focus on what I think is going on and just pointing out some of the tactics and things that are happening here, in my opinion. So yeah, that's how I kind of wanted to set this video up. I want this to be a resource video. If you have been a part of a multi-level marketing company in the past, try to remember how you think you would have responded to anti-MLM and just kind of come from that place. Because for those of you that are new to my channel, I've talked about this a lot, but when I first found anti-MLM content, I was really angry. I was very, very angry because that was how cognitive dissonance showed up for me. And that basically means when you have two separate beliefs and it's like your brain and your body is trying to make sense of, well, how can both of these, how could I be having two very polarized viewpoints, thoughts, feelings, emotions, that type of thing. And when I first found anti-MLM content, I was like, oh, this makes me so mad. How could they? And at the same time, what I was experiencing was, well, but everything that they're saying is correct, whether it was, front loading or just the culture of multi-level marketing companies and the teams within them. And just all of it was like accurate for me and for many of you based on what you guys tell me. And I'm not the person, and not that there's anything wrong with this, but I didn't spend 2 months in an MLM. I spent 13 and a half years, and I was a part of 6 companies. So in that moment, I was able to look back and think about, yeah, that happened in this company. Yeah, that happened in that company. Oh yeah, yep. And I was able to kind of work my way through it. And so I'm hoping that this video, even though we're going to talk about Plexus, is really that kind of a resource for other people too. So yeah, drop your commentary below. I just hit my mic. I apologize. That might have been loud in your ears. And let's get to the video.
Actually, I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb before I start talking. Okay. Good morning. No, it's not morning. It's 2 in the afternoon. Good afternoon. Anybody who watches. Want to say hi, Xander? He found this at Aldi and has not put it down since. And
he is so cute. I know that it's blurred on your end, but he is so cute. And yeah.
Another cool thing about this, not cool at all, it was actually disgusting. But this is what happens when you have strong-willed children. What? Here. Am I in your way? Is that the problem right now? And he can't talk to me, so he gets frustrated. And he starts throwing.
That's such a hard age. He looks like he's a year and a half-ish, maybe. And when they're learning to communicate, it's so challenging at times. I can completely relate to where she's coming from. Also, I want to point out this, in my opinion, is somebody that's looking for community. I guarantee you she was probably brought in with the, you can stay home with your son and you could make this extra money and the community. And I just feel like, obviously I don't know her. I don't need to know her. You know, that's not any, I'm not like being ugly when I'm saying that. It's, I can just, I feel it, I guess, is the best way for me to describe that. You know, I remember what it felt like to be a new mom and staying at home and feeling very lonely. And I think that that is one of the worst parts of the manipulation that happens within multi-level marketing companies is these are the people that they target. I don't like it.
Okay. Oh,
also, she kind of just talks like just life in general and interacting with her son, and then she'll start talking about Plexus. So just hang tight. I didn't want to alter her video. I wanted to react to it in its entirety, other than like cutting out dead space, obviously, in the editing process. But I think that it's very important that I react to videos in their entirety because, yeah, you guys know why.
Door.
You get it.
Did you break the door? Oh, he doesn't like the doors not connecting all the way. Okay, well, that's because you threw it. Okay, that's what happens. So anyway, this car is like sitting in the chips. It just, you know, someone had put it there, and I thought maybe it was like you could purchase it. No, it was totally this car. And then when I looked inside, after he'd been playing with it for like 15 minutes, there was like either puke or chewed up bananas or something inside of it. I still let him play with it. It's in our house. I mean, this is his new favorite. We cleaned out the banana. We're going with bananas. I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, if I would have taken the car from him.
Oh, yuck. I don't like that. This is just my personal opinion, and this is not me shaming this individual. I think that this person is fairly new to multi-level marketing. I think she's fairly new to going live for a couple of reasons. One, she's just kind of holding her phone. I mean, it could also be because her son probably would pick it up if she had her phone, you know, against something so that she didn't have to hold it. I also think that this is a tactic. Two things about this tactic. I don't even know if that's the right word for this. One, I think she's trying to allow her audience to get to know her. And two, I think she's waiting for people to get on. And that's why she's just kind of, you know, interacting with her son and this and that. And yeah, what do you guys think?
We would have cleared out the store. So I picked my battles. Yeah. Oh, no. You don't want to be on Facebook today? No. No, I'm going to be angry. Hi. Miss, yeah. Why don't you go clean up your mess? Go clean up, clean up. Want to clean? Show everyone how you clean? Clean up, clean up.
Okay, you guys can't see this, but his little smile is so cute.
Everybody, everywhere, clean up, clean up. Everybody do your share. So, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I was thinking about this as I've been sitting here looking at this mess that I should clean, and I'm just like, no. I was having a conversation with somebody, and
okay, and this is where we're going to get into her thoughts, feelings, that type of thing on anti-MLM content. So
I don't know this person, but she mentioned, and it was really cool. Oh my gosh, Xander did that to me. He busted my lip earlier. You are so mean. Honestly, it hurt really bad. I just saw it. Yep, he totally got me. Anyway, This person wanted, she's very interested in the metabolism reset and Plexus.
You know how you reset your metabolism? You eat and you work with a licensed, certified, educated professional.
And she was like, and she had mentioned how she was skeptical because it's an MLM. Okay.
Love that.
And I love the honesty. I truly do. And someone very close to me actually won't buy Plexus because it's an MLM.
Love that. MLM is like, there's no need to use quotes. That's multi-level marketing. Plexus absolutely is a multi-level marketing company. So I'm not really sure why she's using air quotes for that. For example, in my videos, for those of you that, have watched several, when I say business, when I'm referring to a multi-level marketing distributor that's saying, this is my business, because that's not accurate. And so by her saying, oh, well, it's an MLM, no, that's factual. That's the business.
So I've never been into MLM. I had to Google what it was when I first heard MLM.
And that's because you're not, in my opinion, told what it is specifically that you are joining. In my opinion, many people are brought in through lifestyle claims, income claims, community and support, and all of these. Ugh. And then you get in and you're like, whoa, wait, this is not what I thought it was going to be.
It's still a little confusing why people are so like anti-MLM or whatever, but I don't know. This is what I...
Let's clear that up, because I think that it's an important part of all of this. Why are people against multi-level marketing companies? Well, according to the FTC, over 99% of people lose money or don't make any at all. Then you have the people that they target, mostly women. And so there are women that are targeted in this industry that work full time. There's a lot, in my opinion, of stay-at-home parents that are targeted. There are so many reasons, but I want to focus on facts. I want to focus on data and the statistics and what we see. So that is, for me, the main reason that multi-level marketing, or why I'm against multi-level marketing, especially having been on the other side of it for so long. Also, the fact that in order to make substantial income, you have to have a large team, which means that you have to recruit. And if you are recruiting people doing the same thing that you are competing with those people in an industry where over 99% of people lose money or don't make any at all. We're going to actually get really specific in this video with the Plexus income disclosure statement from 2020. I have covered it in a previous video, but I want to make sure that I'm covering it here because, one, if by chance she sees this video, I want there to be resources. Two, if you are watching it and you're in a multi-level marketing company, I want to help you with how to research this for yourself. If you're experiencing cognitive dissonance, and you're kind of quietly watching anti-MLM content, which I know that there are a lot of people that do that because you guys message me. You'll watch the video and then you message me on Instagram and you're like, oh my God. And that's fine. I love that because everybody is figuring it out on their own. So I want to make sure that I'm helping people with how they can navigate this and research on their own without talking to necessarily their upline who's got, it's in their best interest if you keep going, if you keep working, if you keep the auto ship, if you keep ordering the products, it's in their best interest because they get paid off of it. So this, I really want to help people research this for themselves. So we're going to talk about the Plexus income disclosure statement. So it's all in one place.
And this is something that I love. I love it. I order Plexus through my friend who is my Plexus sponsor. Since I signed up through her, she's my sponsor. Now, I ordered just to order. I started sharing. Now I got my own little, side business going on, or however you want to call it. Honestly, it's like my main thing.
Did you guys hear that? Let's keep going though, because she says more. I have watched this because I was trying to figure out how I wanted to go about this.
I consider my paralegal job my side business. If that's not my business, I consider it my side job.
Okay, let's unpack that for a moment. One thing that I have heard from many of you, and one thing that I experienced, was many people are brought in to say this is part-time income, this is a side hustle, you can do this on your own time, you can work this in the pockets of your day. And what happens, in my opinion, is what used to be the main thing becomes the side thing. So if you are a stay-at-home parent, if you just stay home, if you're with a spouse and they work and you stay, whatever that situation is at home, and you were to pick up a multi-level marketing company, what typically happens is your upline is going to dangle something, hope. Let's just, you see it, they call themselves hope dealers sometimes. Ugh. Anyways, they're dangling this thing in front of you. Like, listen, you could do this, you could do that. You just have to rank up. You just have to recruit. You just have to do this and this and this and this. And you start dedicating more and more time to it. You start the main thing, maybe if you are maintaining the house, or you work outside the home, or you work inside the home, whatever, that main thing typically becomes the side thing because you want to work this thing that's being dangled in front of you, that's going to change your life and unlimited income and all of these things. That becomes the main thing. So you work that the majority of the time. You sacrifice time with friends, time with your partner, just time to be you as an individual. And that MLM starts to creep more and more into your life, and it becomes the main thing. You start talking different. Your actions are different. How, if you were on social media prior to joining the multi-level marketing company, how you post becomes different. The language becomes different. These are some of the things that we see and that I also experienced as well, and also feedback that you guys have given me as well. So
Plexus is my main thing. Had no plan of that. But anyway, my sponsor has been in the hospital with her baby for weeks.
I hope her baby is okay. I can't imagine.
Her baby had a procedure, and they are now at home. Finally, just got home yesterday. So this whole month, and before that, she's had a lot going on. But she has not been able to work her business. Have I? Yeah, I have. So...
Okay, so that's kind of a weird thing to bring up. Like oversharing a little bit. Why is she talking about her leader and what her leader is going through, and that she wasn't able to work the business, but she is? I think what she's going to do, if I recall correctly, she's probably going to start talking about how she's earning more. And this is a common tactic. I know I keep using that word, but I don't know what other word to use, that we see from people in a multi-level marketing company. They're like, I can out earn my leader at any time. Well, that's not the only issue with the multi-level marketing business model. It's the recruiting, it's the ranking up based on recruiting, it's the small amount of commission that you make off the sale of the product versus the amount of money that you make to recruit, i.e., what you make off of team volume, group volume, bonuses for recruiting, those types of things. And in a multi-level marketing company, the money flows up. So she orders, and I believe that she says that here soon, but she orders, her leader gets paid, they get paid, they get paid, they get paid. However many levels deep that you see. Some companies say 7 levels deep, some are 10, some are 12, some are unlimited. But that's essentially what that means. So it's not just the fact that they say, not a fact. It's not a fact. I can out earn my leader. that's not the issue per se that we're talking about when it comes to the anti-MLM movement. It's the entire business model. It's how you make substantial income based off of recruiting. And in addition to that, when you look at these companies' income disclosure statements, what's being said is not what that income disclosure statement shows us that comes
Since
from a
I'm under
company.
her, I guess I'll sit. I don't want to make people dizzy. I find myself pacing all the time. But since I'm under her, my work benefits her. A lot of people have a problem with that for some reason. And I don't get it. Like, I'll never get that. I'll never get it.
Well, my suggestion, if you are somebody like this individual that's like, in my opinion, she's saying, I don't get it. And she seems extremely uncomfortable. Maybe that's just from going live and, being on video. We could speculate. I honestly don't know. However, what I will say is when I would have people that would push back on me like she's talking about here, and oh, I don't know, that's a multi-level marketing company and this and that, I would have a very visceral response. I would have a response in my body because they were going against something that I believed in wholeheartedly. And I think that's why she has kind of the posture that she does in this particular part. And I think it's because she's like, well, I don't understand how you wouldn't want to help other people, but it's because she's focusing on one little piece. You really have to look at the entire business model. And you also have to remove that MLM filter that I know we have had if you've been in a multi-level marketing company where you have tunnel vision. You're not looking at the entire picture. And in my opinion, this person's not looking at the entire picture, because if she looked at the income disclosure statement, if she looked at just the claims and everything that is going on specifically with Plexus, I think that she might pause for a second and go, well, hang on a second. But removing those filters is really challenging to do.
I get to help other people with Plexus products. It helps my business. It also helps my friend's business. And guess what? It also helps people above her too, because that's how it works. And I can tell you, anytime you go to a store and buy from anywhere, there's always somebody higher up making more money than the cashiers, making more money than the people stocking. There's just always somebody higher up that's making more, whatever.
And this is a false equivalence fallacy. So she's trying to compare, let's say Target. Let's say you go to Target and you're shopping, you're getting, a few odds and ends or whatever. And when you go into Target, the person working at Target, when you're checking out the cashier, is not trying to recruit you to become a cashier. They're taking, they're scanning your stuff and taking your payment, and then you're out the door, you make small talk, and that's that, right? In a multi-level marketing company, the emphasis to recruit, because in most, if not all of these companies, you have to have that team aspect in order to make more money, in order to make substantial income. And they're very different. And comparing those two is a false equivalence fallacy. They're not the same. You're literally comparing apples and oranges. And if you really look at this, in an MLM, you're not getting paid for the work that you're doing. In an hourly job, an hourly wage job, if you will, you're getting paid for the time that you're there. You clock in, you do what you need to do, you clock out, and you go home. You're getting paid for that time. But when you really look at a multi-level marketing company's income disclosure statement, and you really look at how much time people are spending, whether it's creating content, messaging customers, team members, all of that stuff, and you really break down the hourly wage or break it down into an hourly wage, yeah, they're not getting paid hardly anything. They're, in my opinion, people in a multi-level marketing company are the company's advertising team that aren't being compensated for it unless you're in the top of the company.
Just the fact that, and not the person I was talking to on Messenger, but this one hit close to him. And I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to call people out. but
But you're going to go live and give information, and the two people that you're talking to are going to know that you're talking about
someone
them.
very close to me could really benefit from Plexus and refuse.
That statement, I think, can be taken many different ways. I'm not going to assume that it's a weight loss thing. I'm not going to assume that. But if it is, gross. And also, we probably should stay out of other people's health journeys unless we're invited
Is to
in.
support an MLM. And I'm like, well, why don't you just support me? Like that was the kind.
Because you're in a multi-level marketing company. That's why. Also, whoever this family member is or whoever's close to this individual and you're holding those boundaries, that is conversation. Amazing.
And I don't want to go into it too much because I don't want her to see this and feel like I'm talking like shit, because I'm really not. It's like, I'm really trying to help. That's the thing. I'm really trying to help. And the fact that someone won't buy a product because it's like MLM is the silliest thing to me. The silliest thing to me.
It might be silly to you, but what is this person's backstory? Is this somebody that's been sucked into previous MLMs that has lost thousands and thousands of dollars? Is this somebody that was brought in with the guise of community, and the second that they turned off their auto ship or decided not to get on the trainings or any of those things, they were shunned by this community? Like, you don't know people's story. And by the way, you don't have to have been in a multi-level marketing company to have an opinion about multi-level marketing. If you haven't been in an MLM, your opinion, your thoughts, your boundaries are just as important. I just feel like that needs to be said.
I don't get it. I do not get it. I absolutely love the fact that I can. Oh, hey, Heather. Thanks. I love these earrings. My friend Heather made these. Handmade.
See, now that's an actual small business. In Plexus, when you earn any kind of commission, when and if you earn any kind of commission, you're paid some of them have weekly, some have monthly commissions, and they break them down in different ways. And at the end of the tax season, at the end of the tax year, you get a 1099 from the company. 1099 is essentially contracted work. You were contracted to work for this company, and this is what was paid. Taxes have not been taken out of it. The distributor is responsible for it. Very, very different from a small business like your friend. She actually has a business. She's making her own earrings. She decides, she has full creative control over what kind of jewelry she makes. She has full control over how she markets it. She sets the pricing. She is in full control of that. That's an actual small business. She's not getting, from the sounds of it, a 1099 from a company, where she's got to pay all these taxes and stuff like that. She's an actual small business owner, whereas in a multi-level marketing company, you're not making those decisions. You're getting paid as a contractor. So you're brought in for a specific job, and it's to sell the product and to recruit.
They're awesome. I wore these last night, and clearly I'm like all matched up today. But yeah, I think it's cool. Maybe that's why this business is for me, because I really truly love helping. I don't care. Like, people are like, they don't like the fact that some people don't like the fact that you can do work and it helps benefit somebody above you.
That's not why people, maybe, but that's a very small percentage. Again, because she's not looking at the full picture.
Like, I'm doing the work anyway. If it gets to benefit my friend, hell yeah. Like, that's how I look at it.
But this is where lines are blurred. She's saying her friend is her upline who brought her in. That term, friend, family, the community aspect of it, when this person stops doing what her upline wants or what her upline, whatever, however you want to word that, more than likely she's going to be shunned. We see it all the time. And so using the term friend for your upline when it's supposed to be a business, but like, would you call your coworkers, oh, these are all my friends? No, they're your coworkers.
That's how, I don't know. The products are awesome. I'll never stop sharing. I don't care if I have one person I'm helping. I'm going to keep sharing every single day. Yeah. And I pray too, especially this month. I haven't said too many prayers for my business this month. I need to do that. I've said lots of prayers for health and for healing and things like that.
Also, I want that for her. I want that for everybody. Healing, great health, feeling like you're making a difference in this world. I want that for everybody. But the fact is, based on statistics and data, that if you are in a multi-level marketing company, you're not really helping people. You're not.
But I still do want to specifically pray for my business because God works and He listens.
Spiritual manipulation.
And I pray I pray for miracles this month in my business. So guess what? It can also do some miracles for my friend who's going through a really hard time because it helps her too. And I'm all MLM. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I've worked in a law office. I've worked at Rafferty's forever, and I worked at a law firm forever. Those are my jobs. And I'm pretty sure in each of those businesses, I was helping people in one way or another. Somebody else was benefiting from my services and things like that, But I was also always told what to do.
Okay, so this is a lot to unpack. One, when she worked in the law offices and when she worked at Rafferty's, I don't even know what that is. So if you guys know what that is, feel free to drop in the comments. She was paid for her time, clocked in, paid for her time. If she was part-time, if she was full-time, maybe she had benefits, but she was paid for the time that she was there and the work that she was doing. Again, with the false equivalence fallacy in an MLM, you're not paid for that. What she's getting ready to say is somebody was constantly telling me what to do. Maybe she didn't say constantly, but telling her what to do. Well, that's what happens when you're an employee. This is also another claim that MLMers make to boost being their own boss. But again, just like I said at the beginning of this video, she's not making any decisions on pricing and products and discontinuing products and those types of things. She is essentially being told how she can market per their policies and procedures. She's still being told what to do. The CEO is telling the leaders, who's telling the leaders, who's telling the leaders, who's telling the rest of the team, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it. This is how they want it marketed. So she's still, in a sense, being told what she can do. So I don't know. Very interesting.
And I'm not told what to do anymore. And I really like that.
You really are, though.
Lining up the cars.
He's so cute.
It's so cute. I really do love how he likes to have them all face the same way. Yeah. You see yourself?
No.
No, you don't see yourself. I want to say hi.
Hi.
Where's your nose?
Hi.
Where's your nose? No, you don't want to do that. Okay.
Dad? No.
You're not getting a candy cane if that's what you want. Gosh, this kid. But I don't know. I just wanted to really talk about that whole MLM thing too, because obviously, that's what I just talked about the whole time. I don't get it. I do not get it. Like,
I would love to have a conversation with her. I would love to, if she happens to see this and she's comfortable, feel free to message me. The reason that in my opinion, she can't see it is because she's got that MLM filter. And she's like, no, my upline says this is if she can do it or if he can do it, I can do it too. And, you're just not going to see the other side or the whole picture because of that bias.
I don't know. If you know, you know. So silly.
It's not silly though. And the reason that I say it's not silly is because there are lots of people that have been hurt in really, really big ways, whether it's financially or, community. There's just, it's not silly. It's not silly. And I feel like she's just trying to downplay that, and that's not okay.
I think that's all I got. I really do need to clean. I don't feel like it. I do not feel like it.
Okay. Done with that. I hope that part was helpful, but now I want to talk about the income disclosure statement. Okay, so this is the income disclosure statement. It comes directly from Plexus. You can see right up here at the top. I will also link this in the video description so that if you want to see it on your end, obviously I have this zoomed in to try and make it as easy as possible for you guys to see. Plexus has one of the most confusing income disclosure statements because of how they have things worded. And this is one thing that I wish the FTC would mandate, is to standardize the income disclosure statements and also allow a waiting period for people to join because of the tactics, the high pressure sales tactics that a lot of these MLMers will use. And so this is one thing that I hope that they will change, is standardizing these income disclosure statements so that people can see, well, this is what people are really making. So how much can you earn? The top 1% of brand ambassadors made an average of $37,553 annually. That is the top 1%. Okay. And 50% of the top 1%. So 50% of the top 1% made more than $14,875. I'm not laughing because this is funny. It's like, you've got to be kidding me. 50% of the top 1% made more than $14,875 for the year. The top 10% of brand ambassadors made an average of $5,081 annually. 50% of the top 10% made more than $960 for the year. In 2020, an average of 14.4% of all brand ambassadors enrolled at least one active brand ambassador and earned income, excluding retail profits. The average earnings, listen to this, the average earnings, which means they've taken anybody that earned commission, they added that all up, every single person that earned commission in Plexus in 2020, and then they divided it by the number of distributors in the company at that time. So that is the average. The midline or the median is, you also have to pay attention to that, because the average, the high and the low, they average out, right? In the median, it's the midline of all of these income levels. I hope that makes sense. And so you have to look at all of this. So the average earnings of all brand ambassadors was $544 for the year. You guys can do the math on that. That's nuts. So let me go over here now. We're gonna I think that's actually it. Hold on. Yeah, so apparently that is their income disclosure statement. So they only represent the top 1% and the top 10%, and then they give an average dollar amount that people are earning, which I find really fascinating. So to answer or to respond to what this distributor was just saying. No, it's not silly. It's not silly at all, considering the amount of money that these people are losing or not making because they're keeping an auto ship going and they're ordering the new products. You know, people in this time, especially, that are losing money is not silly. So I hope that this person gets out. I hope that she realizes what she is doing and what she is saying. I know how hard that work is, especially, I mean, I don't know this person. I don't know how long she's been in. I can only base it on how I worked my way out. And I hope that this person gets out too. So again, this income disclosure statement is going to be linked in the video description. Yeah, I hope this video was helpful. If you loved it, feel free to give me a like. Thank you guys for all of your commentary and your comments below. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can turn the bell notification on if you'd like to get notified anytime I upload a new video or go live. Guys, don't join an MLM. It's just not worth it. Be like her friend Heather, who started her own business, who is making the decisions on what jewelry she makes. Be that person where you actually are helping people instead of hurting people, in my opinion. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.